Ivana and I'm 22 years old. I work in a marketing company and I have my own karate club. So I started karate when I was about 6 or 7 years old. I was born in Africa, in Zimbabwe, and then when we moved back to Serbia, I couldn't speak the native language. I couldn't speak Serbian. So I had a bit of a fallout with the kids in school in Serbia, and they started bullying me. It was really bad. So I got home one day and I just kind of had enough of being bullied and sitting alone in breaks without any friends. So I told my grandfather about what's happening in school and all of that, and he was like, there's a martial arts club close by. If you want to go check it out, we'll go together. So I was like, okay, that's good. So one class, second class, third class, a few months passed by, and kids started bullying me again in school. And I managed to defend myself, and that's where I think I really fell in love with karate, and I just continued for 14, 15 years now. Well, I was about 16, 17, where I started working as a coach, as you could say. What happened is in the club where I was training, the coach had to leave the country for a couple of weeks, and I was the oldest belt over there. So he was like, why don't you take care of the club? And I guess that's how it started. Started giving classes, started YouTubing it, getting ideas. And I think that ever since I really liked and I really enjoyed. Another thing is that as an expat in this country, I can't be in the national team of Oman. I mean, I was a bar player at some point, but I cannot be a part of the national team. So in that way, my karate career kind of stopped. And that's another thing that made me think of being a coach. Well, I guess I give classes to kids, right? So I guess one of the biggest struggles, you can call it like that, is kids just generally being naughty. That's like one of the biggest issues I had to deal with as a coach. Apart from that, there's nothing major or no big issues with it. I just love it. To be honest, I've won some couple medals for Serbia, and when I was a bar player for Oman, and nothing feels as equally as good as when my student wins a medal. You know, it's just an amazing feeling, knowing that you put so much effort and patience and hard work into somebody and they go out there and they do a good job. It's so rewarding. Advantages is that I'm currently the only female karate coach in Oman. Therefore, thinking about it, I did want to open up my karate club about 3 years ago, and it just clicked one day. I don't know, I was sitting with a friend actually and we were talking about it. And then we came to that conclusion that I am currently the only female karate coach in Oman. Considering that we're in a culture and a society that parents do prefer for their daughters a female coach still, I thought I would take advantage of that and be the only female karate coach for girls, and that's why I started off with girls only. So that's how I started off. The club started expanding very fast, and then I had to open up for mixed kids, like boys and girls, apart from only the girls section. And right now I'm working on under 5 for small children. Well, you're asking me why I did karate as well. You know, there's a lot of benefits to it and a lot of advantage. And I do think that girls in this country, well, women in general, do need to feel empowered and need to speak up for themselves and be strong and independent. And to be honest, that is something I did learn through sports. I guess I just want girls over here to, because the journey for me in karate was the most rewarding and amazing journey in my life, and it still didn't stop. So I just want to pass that on to girls in this country as well. It's amazing. I do have a lot of parents who either did martial arts or they have their other kids in any martial arts sports as well. So I really do think they understand the value of it and what it can bring to their kids. And a lot of time parents do tell me that they see a change in their children, or their girls for that matter. So it's been amazing. They're very supportive. They give me their 100%, and I really love it. Actually, how it started is that Serbia was going through the worst floods ever in the history of Europe. And I'm sitting here in Oman and I'm watching online all those videos and interviews of people's houses being demolished and children not having where to live, and it was just really terrible. It was a really sad period for Serbia and Bosnia and Croatia for that matter. So I just I sat and I thought, how can I help my own country? So that's where the idea just clicked, you know, bringing something that I know I'm so good at and combining it with this was just a perfect match. So I just thought of adding sports with charity work, and it actually turned out great. We managed to raise a lot of money. It happened all in 2 weeks' time. I had to organize the venue and inviting people and getting the food ready, medals, trophies, everything. So it was a very good tournament, and that's where that feeling that I got from helping, from doing charity work, it was just amazing. No other feeling on this world could replace it at that point. Well, even now thinking about it. And then slowly, eventually, I started organizing charity tournaments for children with special needs. I did a couple of them. I'm planning another one by the end of this year. It's not only raising money, it's raising awareness as well. So I am trying to find subjects in this country that not many people talk about, or everybody is just pushing it aside. I really want to raise awareness as well. How do I deal with failure? I think failure is a process in life. You have to get through it. You have to learn from it in order to become better and better in life. So it is hard at times, but I do get through it. And I always try, from whatever I fail in life, to learn a lesson and to use it later on in life, not to repeat the mistake again. I guess I close my eyes in front of it. I don't pay attention to negativity and jealousy in general. I don't have time to put energy and effort into it. And B is just, you have jealous people everywhere, I guess. I just tend to ignore it and not let it affect me in any way. Let me just put it that way. I guess I have an OCD dad who, since I was very young, made me do timetables and plan my time out. And I guess the other thing is that I just really love what I do. So it just doesn't feel like it's a job or a major obligation in life. I just love what I do, so I will find time for it. I would say that karate is developing. The issue is that there's a lot of federations in Oman. So for example, I am under World Karate Federation, some is under Japanese Karate Federation, a third one is under some other federation. So in that way, it's not really structured and organized yet. You don't know who belongs to what association and federation. So therefore, we used to have a lot of conflicts and competitions, and this one be like, no, but in my federation we do it like this. I'll be like, no, but in mine we do it like this. But I think that over the years, they understood that if they want karate to improve in Oman, we all have to be under the same roof. So eventually now, bit by bit, it's taking time, of course. Everybody is coming under one federation, and in that way, I think that's a major progress. Yeah, I mean, there's times where sometimes I leave stuff for tomorrow, but I really prefer, if I do make a to-do list that day, I really try hard to do it, because I have this thing in me, I will not be calm at night if I know I left something undone. So I really do try to make a reasonable to-do list, to be honest. I don't put myself 15 things to do in a day. So yeah, I think it all comes down to not overloading myself. I think that's very important in life as well, not to be overbooked with so many things to do per day. So I do sit usually on the weekends and I think, okay, so in this week I want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's say. And then I divided it amongst the days. And there's days where I really don't feel like doing something, I'm either sick or, you never know what life hits you with. But I do try to make a reasonable target, weekly target. Let's put it that way. Spend time with family and friends. So I think maintaining a healthy lifestyle, it's kind of an individual thing. I mean, of course, there are the do's and the don'ts, but I think it comes down to what food you eat. When you eat it, for example, of course it depends on the physical activities. I try to work out at least 30 minutes to 1 hour every day, at least. And I think if you learn how to balance those two out, you will have a healthy lifestyle, I guess. So I do think it's systematic work. It's very important. For example, if you eat healthy for 1 month, let's say, and you're putting all the good nutrition your body needs, and then for 6 months you're like, doesn't matter, you go back to your old lifestyle, of course it is not going to work. So I do think it's systematic work, you know, it's a constant thing and never stops. It starts, I don't know, whenever you decide to start living a healthy lifestyle, and then it never stops till the rest of your life. You need to maintain that, and it takes a lot of willpower and a lot of changes in your life as well, if previously you do not live a really healthy lifestyle. Because I remember when I was a bit younger, sleep at 4 o'clock in the morning, my first meal would be at 1 p.m. You know, it was just a whole mess. So I do think it's a lot of systematic work now thinking about it, and because I've been trying to maintain it and do it constantly, I really don't remember the last time I got sick. I think it comes down, of course, to what goals you want to achieve, and I think it's very important that you're realistic in your goals, you know. And in order to see if you're realistic or not, I think you start with baby steps. So you set small goals, you achieve them, you kind of feel good about yourself, and then you go for the big deal. But to change your lifestyle, I think it's also an individual thing, but I think a change starts within you.